An Oklahoma nonprofit is urging lawmakers to override one of the governor's vetoes. It has to do with a bill that they say would eliminate barriers that block essential state funding for the investigation of missing and murdered Indigenous people. News Channel 8's Ryan Stockett joins us now. And Ryan, there's really not much time left for any potential veto override attempt.
Yeah, Brenna, with the legislative session ending on Friday, Representative Stewart says time is of the essence.
And the people of Oklahoma can always play a part as far as contacting their senators.
State Representative Ronald Stewart urging Oklahomans to reach out to their state leaders about overriding Governor Stitt's veto of House Bill 1137.
All we're asking is for the state legislature to override the veto. Simple. Just put it on there. It already passed overwhelmingly in the House, and they only had one dissent in the Senate.
This bill would amend Ida's law, which aimed to create the Office of Liaison for Missing and Murdered Indigenous Persons under the Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation, and it directed the OSBI to coordinate with the United States Attorney's Office and the Justice Department to obtain federal funding to create a database. The problem, though, is that they couldn't secure federal funding.
The previous language with this particular legislation said that federal funding would be a requirement in order for this office to operate.
House Bill 1137 is cleanup of that language. We reached out to OSBI for comment, and they said that before Ida's law passed, they had one agent who was focused on MMIP cases, and after the law passed, they hired another. But those agents are funded through their own budget.
There are two officers that are already doing the work. So it's already within the budget to operate these offices.
Representative Stewart says language cleanup is essential to prevent any interruption in services for OSBI's MMIP office.
1137 sought to clean up that language in order to make sure that there's not any misunderstanding or misinterpretation of the language within the legislation that would tie the office of MMIP to federal funding. That's not what we wanted.
We reached out to the governor's office for comment, and they sent us back his original veto message, which said in part, "While I support efforts to solve missing persons and homicide cases, I cannot endorse legislation that singles out victims based solely on their race." Live on Lookout Mountain, Ryan Stockett, News Channel 8.